Hey everyone, and welcome to another installment of Tom's World. In today's video, we're going to be going over the progress that the other volunteers have made, and we're going to be talking a little bit about the upcoming fundraiser. So, let's get in the garden and get this video started. So, as I have mentioned in other videos, we are pretty much at the end of digging everything out. All the paths are now exposed, the playing cards, and the chessboard. So this is one of the things that the other volunteers have been up to. As you can see, most of the grass squares have been dug out. There's only 8 left. Once we get done that, I'm hoping that somebody will donate sod to us so that we can lay it down maybe before this season is over, while it's still kind of warm out. That way we can come by every day and water it, and hopefully it will take to the soil before the frost hits, and then we'll be set for next year. So that'll be one less thing that we'll have to do. If not, then it will have to wait till next year. But either way, as long as we pull this off by the end of next season to have everything planted, I will be very happy, as will the other volunteers, and I'm sure everybody in the community. I've gotten lots of comments from people in the community about how much they love what we're doing. So my goal is to make this place a happy place for everybody. It's become my happy place ever since the first time I walked through those gates. And I realized that there was something magical about this place, and there definitely is. So the only other thing that the other volunteers have been working on is they've just been weeding things, getting the weeds out of the bricks. As you can see, really no weeds coming through the bricks. Just a bunch of fallen leaves. They re-weeded this mound with the hostas in it. However, it looks like they're being eaten either by deer or by groundhog. Not sure, but most likely deer. Another obstacle we've had to contend with is right here. And I'm not going to get too close. I'll see if I can zoom in. Now you just saw a wasp go into that hole, or yellow jacket, whichever you want to call them. Only thing we could do is wait for the cold weather, and then they won't be a problem. But you can see more and more of it was weeded. Especially over here, you can tell this was freshly weeded because there's absolutely nothing growing up except the one hosta. And over there, one of the volunteers had cut off some of the branches from here, because this, I assume, is definitely one of the trees that we would want to keep. But if there's anybody out there that is a tree expert that can tell us which of these trees should or should not be in here, as far as to whether or not they're invasive or harmful or anything, please definitely reach out to me. You can either put a comment in the YouTube video or on the Facebook post, or you could go to my Tom's World Facebook page, which is linked at the bottom of every description of every video, and you can contact me through there. But I would really like someone's opinion that actually knows what they're talking about with this, so that we can try to figure out how to go from there. I know this tree definitely has to stay, as does that one way down there. Over here at the raised bed garden, you can see that it definitely was re-weeded again. Outside of a couple things that are still in there, I'm not sure why they're still in there, if maybe they're an actual real plant that I just don't know about, or maybe they just didn't have time to get to them. You can see over here there's a little ditch where I was digging yesterday. I was trying to do some metal detecting over here to see if there were any more pieces of the wrought iron fence buried in here, because we found them all over the place in here, so you never know where you're going to find it. But every piece I've been finding, I've been saving. You can see that the other volunteers did plant one plant in here. This is a cardinal flower, I believe they said. So it should get kind of tall, but we'll see what happens. As for the rest of it, I'm going to have to try to get like one of those little garden weasels or something, like a little hand tiller. And I'm just going to till as much of this as I can so that we can reuse the soil that's in there, because we found as we dug down pretty deep that the soil underneath is really, really good. So if I could just till it up, should be definitely good to use. Just have to clear out all the debris and stuff. sticks and whatever else fell in here. And I have been finding randomly around the garden as we've dug little pieces of cement that are kind of smooth on one side. I'm guessing they must belong to him. Either that or they were part of that little pond over here, because there is cement holding the rocks together, and in some places it is kind of rounded. And if it had a rock sitting on it, of course it would be smooth on one side, but I don't know. So we'll find out. I've been saving those as well, so when it comes time to try to fix Humpty, maybe we could use some of the original pieces if that's what they are. And now keep in mind that when anybody is choosing to physically donate flowers, bushes, things like that, that we were told that everything has to be native to PA. And the better choices would be the ones that aren't native to the mountain areas, obviously, because they won't do well here. But we would think that the ones that are water and drought resistant, that deer do not want to eat, would be the best ones. We'll see what we can get. I will put out a list at some point of all the different flowers and bushes that we will be allowed to put in here, and that'll be a lot easier to go from. In the meantime, another idea I had that I saw from the original plans is going, say, from that tree over to that path, and then starting again on that path and going around that way to that path, and then continuing down there. They had hedges there, and I'd really like to recreate that, because I think it would section this area off really nicely. And I don't know, maybe not put them all the way around, so that when the maintenance guys are here and they're mowing the lawn, they'll be able to mow the squares without the hedges being in the way. But it's an idea in the works. Past that, in my imagination, all I really see is a lot of bushy type flowers, maybe some butterfly bushes, monardas or something like that. I'm not sure if we're allowed to have them right now off the top of my head, as I don't have the list with me, but you know, something that would attract butterflies would be great. I just hope that they don't attract deer or whatever, so that they'll eat it. That's one of the worries about this whole garden, is that we'll plant things and it'll get eaten by the wildlife. But if we're careful and we pick and choose which ones we will or won't put in here, then maybe we can avoid that problem. So you can already tell here that the grass squares that were dug out, the brick squares next to them are all pretty much dry at this point. And the ones that have the grass squares still in them, the bricks around them are a little moist, so it's already doing its job. And I really can't wait to see this once it's finished. Just the chessboard alone. I mean, as you might all remember, if you've been watching my videos all along, I started with the chessboard way over there in the corner. Now, there was a picture of Robert Logan sitting on the bricks of this sundial over here, and in that picture you could see behind him there was pretty tall hedges. So if I could get them lining the outside of that fence, maybe, or the inside, I'm not sure which, that would be nice, because it would be recreating part of what was in there. We still have no idea what this is. It's not documented anywhere, so we have no clue. But we'll make it into something for sure. It's like I can almost picture all the hedges and little flowers and bushes. I really can't wait. One thing that I am very surprised about, though, there's not really any weeds growing back in the spades. A couple little ones here and there, but I've been pulling them out when I see them, but really hasn't been that often since I did this, so kind of surprises me. You know, I can't even begin to describe the joy that I feel when I'm in this place. And I know I'm not alone. I've gotten numerous comments on Facebook, on YouTube, and even in person when people are just walking through here about how beautiful this place has become. And it's going to get even more so, which brings me to the next topic, which is the fundraiser. Now, I have finally almost finished the verbiage for the GoFundMe account that I'm going to be creating so that people can donate money to this. We're also going to be accepting physical donations, plants, shrubs when the planting time is right, sod, most definitely for this thing over here, equipment, anything that we can get is good. Even if, again, if we get too much, that's just all the better, because then we can keep changing and evolving this place as much as we can as time goes on. But the upkeep of the flowers and the shrubs and everything, that's going to be on us volunteers. So we're going to be needing continuous money to get everything that we need. So once you see that that fundraiser has gone up, please donate anything you can. $5, $10, $500,000, I don't care. Anything. $500,000 might be a little crazy, but you know what I'm saying. So once you see that up, make sure that you donate. And if you do donate, or even if you don't donate, share the link. Share it all over the place, everywhere, anywhere you can. We're trying to get as much as we can for this place. None of us are benefiting from this in any monetary way. This is all just the satisfaction of knowing that we did something to help beautify this area again. So definitely do keep an eye out for that fundraiser link. But until then, I am going to get out of here. I will see you all in the next one. Just remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.